Hello everyone and welcome back or welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be trying out a few horses across Jorvik that I found on a website called Jorvik Horse Deals, and hopefully I can implement one of these horses into my riding program at my new barn, the Bell Equestrian Estate. Today I'm really just looking for a horse or pony that knows all the ropes and can handle riders from beginners to intermediates. Ideally I'm leaning towards a horse rather than a pony, just because the two mares I already have at the moment are on the smaller size, and I'd like something larger just as an option for different riders, but I am still open to trying ponies. My budget for this expedition is 6,000 shillings and I'll be trying out 4 different horses. I'm super excited, so let's get going to the first horse of the day. The first stop of the day was at Jorvik Stables for a gelding called Cruz. Cruz is a 12-year-old 18-2 hand Clydesdale gelding. On his ad it says that he's suitable for riding lessons, pleasure riding and other things alike, so I was really keen to try him out. When I got there and looked at this horse, I was just in awe of how big he was. I know that 18-2 is very large, but actually standing next to a horse that big and riding one was pretty crazy. I got the opportunity to tack him up and I needed a bit of help from his owner when putting on his bridle, just because of how high his head was, but he was really quiet and didn't bat an eye when I had complications tacking him up, which was really refreshing to see because some horses can be really impatient. When we got out to the ring, he was really great to get warmed up and moving. He was really willing and didn't seem to mind that I was still trying to figure out a horse of his size. The more I was adjusting to riding him though and going over poles and small jumps, I realised how kind of clunky his gaits were, and it didn't get to the point where it was uncomfortable. But I just had the thought of how difficult it would be for a beginner rider to learn how to properly ride a horse like this, because ideally it would be novice riders on this horse if I were to buy him. Cruz definitely lived up to his name though. He was incredibly cruisy to ride and very well mannered. So by the time I hopped off I was having a few mixed opinions, but I still think he would make a great lesson horse. The next horse I was trying was located in the beautiful New Hillcrest area. He was being sold by the same woman who sold me my current personal eventer Arturo, so I planned ahead and asked the owner if she could trailer him out somewhere where I'd be able to jump him, since the barn at New Hillcrest doesn't have the facilities for jumping at the moment. This next horse is a Connemara cross warm-blood gelding called Roman. Roman is a very suitable all-rounder and is very much a schoolmaster type. Straight off the bat he greeted me with a very kind whinny and was such a sweet boy to groom and tack up. When I got on, I could tell that he was very confident with what he was doing and granted all that I asked. He definitely knew all the basics and I had a lot of fun with this horse. When we got up to jumping, he was super willing and you can just tell through these clips how happy he was to be going around the ring. Overall, Roman was just an amazing horse and I thoroughly enjoyed riding him, so I think he's definitely high on my list of contenders. The next horse was at the nearby Steve's farm. Donu was a warm-blood gelding standing at 15-3 hands. He comes from a more family-orientated background rather than a riding school, but that didn't faze me too much. On his ad it says that he has experience from kids rides to 2-star events, which was really impressive that he was quite flexible, which was the main reason I was trying him out. He was pretty delightful to tack up and didn't mind that I was someone new. He was really lovely on the ground and even better under saddle. You could really sense the professionality of this horse, and it was just a shock that a horse like him was being sold for only 5,000 shillings, which I actually asked his owner about, and she said that they wanted to sell him quickly as their family's moving off Jorvik soon, so they're selling him for less than they would in a different situation. Donu was lovely on the flat and he did nothing but what I asked of him. We soon moved on to jumping and oh my gosh, did this horse have some scope. We ended up jumping around 90 in this small ride just because of how confident I felt with him and his ability to go pretty high. As dodgy as a few of my distances and angles were during this ride, he was really forgiving and made every jump feel super comfortable and easy. He was just such a lovely horse to ride, and if I were to buy him, I'd have full confidence that he would take proper care of my riders and would make an excellent horse to learn on and even to take out showing. The final horse of the day was an Icelandic mare over in Moorland. I'd never ridden an Icelandic horse before, so I was super keen to ride this pony. Spice was a gorgeous looking mare, and I was a bit devastated that when I got there she'd already been tacked up for me. The stables here in Moorland are very reliable, so I didn't suspect that they did that to cover something up, more just so it was convenient for me, but that was still something I had to keep in mind. As far as I knew from her ad, she was a lesson horse here at the stables for many years, so I had full faith that she would give me your everyday lesson horse experience, and that definitely was the case. Spice was very stubborn and also a little bit heavy in the mouth, so it was hard to steer here and there, and I really just didn't think that she was the horse that I wanted for today, so after a quick ride I said thank you but no thank you. Hi everyone, I'm back at the barn now and I've finished trying all the horses I wanted to see today. I definitely already have an idea, but I'm stuck on the decision to just stick with one horse or take multiple home and push a budget a little bit. That will be all for today's video, so let me know in the comments which horse you like the most, and be sure to subscribe to keep up with me and my barn family. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day, and I'll see you next time. Bye everyone!